growing path, walking the spiritual walk. My name is Stephen Van Eiderstein, and welcome to, thank you for joining me again for James Allen's daily meditation reading. This is going to be for January 27th, and we're going to go ahead and we'll read it, and it'll be fresh to you, fresh to me, so you'll get my genuine responses, reactions, and observations about the reading. They've been great so far. I think there's been some great topics that he's touched on, and just ready to finish out January strong here. So here we go. We'll go ahead and do January 27th. There is an infinite patience in nature which it is profitable to contemplate. A comet may take thousands of years to complete its orbit. The sea may occupy 10,000 yards in wearing away the land. The complete evolution of the human race may occupy millions of years. This should make us ashamed of our hurry, fussiness, discontent, disappointments, and ridiculous self-importance over trifling things of an hour or a day. Patience is conducive to the highest greatness. The most far-reaching usefulness is the profoundest peace. Without it, life will lose much of its power and influence, and its joy will be largely destroyed. So, with well-ordered strenuousness, raise thou thy structure of success. He who fills with useful pursuits the minutes as they come, and grows old in honor and wisdom, and prosperity abides with him. No pure thought, no unselfish deed can fall short of its felicitous results, and every such result is a happy consummation. Felicitous. Hold on a second. I feel like that word's important to find. 1 minute. Felicitous. Well chosen or suited to the circumstance. Thank you for being patient with me there. I appreciate it. Because I was thinking it meant false, like fallacious, but it's not. No pure thought, no unselfish deed can fall short of its well chosen or suit to the circumstances results. And every such result is a happy consummation. So, that's one thing I love about reading this stuff too. I get to learn new words. But I do love the overall message of this and he's touched on it kind of offhand in a couple other ones, right? About the need for patience and how damaging impatience can actually be, and how impatience and irritability really rob us of the ability to have happiness and joy in our life. And no truth can really be accomplished until impatience is discarded. But I love the actual examples he gives here. The infinite patience in nature, which is profitable to contemplate. A comet may take thousands of years to complete its orbit. The sea may occupy 10,000 years in wearing away the land. The complete evolution of the human race may occupy millions of years. This should make us ashamed of our hurry, fussiness, discontent, disappointments, and ridiculous self-importance over trifling things of an hour or a day. That's a big, one of my biggest battles is my, I talk about it a lot, or I reference it a lot, is my selfishness and my self-centeredness. That's cause for impatience a lot of times. It's cause for a lot of irritability. It's cause for a lot of loss of enjoyment in life, or at least it's been the cause. The awareness of it has given me the ability to be more in tune and to understand how damaging that self-centeredness is, and that self-importance. We think, to us, our one life is obviously vital, but in the grand scheme of things, there's going to be accomplishments, and we're in a very fast-moving world today too, and information and technology, and we're in a technological age where it's exponential growth in a lot of areas, and healthcare and things like that. So we're used to the fast-pacedness of life, but that doesn't mean it should blow our self-importance out of proportion. Patience is conducive to the highest greatness and most far-reaching usefulness and the profoundest peace. Without it, life will lose much of its power and influence, and its joy when be largely destroyed. Then he goes on, he who fills with useful pursuits the minutes as they come and grows old in honor and wisdom. Read it again. He who fills with useful pursuits the minutes as they come and go grows in honor and wisdom, and prosperity abides with him. If you're wondering if I actually read these fresh on the podcast, well, there you go. The sentence structure of the reading, it doesn't have very many commas or anything like that, so there was some stumbling there, and also looking up the word, but it's really saying here, we shouldn't wish the minutes to pass. We should fill them with useful pursuits as we have them, because the minutes will come and the minutes will go. The waiting for a minute to pass is a wasted minute. The waiting for a day to pass is a wasted day. We should be filling our days and our minutes and our moments in life and our relationships, really, with useful pursuits as the minutes come and go. That brings us and lets us grow old in honor and wisdom, and prosperity abides with him. Life will happen and things will take the time they take, is the reality of the situation. When you're living a spiritual lifestyle, you trust that what's happening in the time frame that it's happening is the way it's supposed to be, especially if you've taken all the correct actions to get to where you're going. If you've done everything you can, anything short of that is really manipulation. There is such an emphasis on speed and efficiency, which I do believe there is something to be said for that. But when you've reached the point that it's going to come as quick as it can come, and you're now just waiting for it to get here, the waiting is where impatience shows up, right? It's where we lose our ability to have that joy and that happiness. Yesterday's was about putting our happiness and our joy on something contingent to ourselves. Where impatience is born, when we're waiting for a future event or obtaining a future thing to continue on with life. What we're talking about here is enjoying it and making every moment prosperous while we wait for those things in life to come to us, whatever they are. And then we get to grow. We grow more than we can dream of, and we have more happiness and joy in our lives when we can actually do that. So what a blessing it is to be able to do that. No pure thought, no unselfish deed can fall short of its fallacious results, and every such result is a happy consummation. And just to end it with the purity of thought and unselfishness that we can walk in this world with, and the inevitable results of that. our thoughts, the results we get are really the consummation of what our thoughts and our deeds were. Which, again, when you say it like that, it's just obviously, but intention matters a lot for what we do, is what I've learned. So, all right. Well, thank you, everybody, for jumping on with me again for January 27th. And being patient with me while I learned a new word today. And just getting everything out of this one. And the patience that was needed to be practiced. So I appreciate that. Another great reading, though, from James Allen. And I'm looking forward to finishing out January strong, like I said. So until next time, thanks.